at me like,
Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Broken Theory. Today we got the homie Chris Dreamer. What's good?
what's good, man? It's a blessed Friday. Good to be here.
You already know, my brother. Hey, let's talk about your journey with music. How did you first get into it?
My journey in music came from like way back since I was like 8. I got intrigued by my uncle for real. Just hearing him play like different like producers and beats coming up in the early like 2000s, late 90s. He used to play like Just Blaze type beats and Pharrell type beats and different things like that. And I would ask him like, yo, who made this beat? And I was like 7, 8. I'm asking like, who made this beat? And he'd be like, oh, this is a Swiss Beats, or this is a Just Blaze beat, or this is a Kanye beat. You know, we would listen to like Jay-Z. We listened to a lot of Jay-Z. So Jay-Z had all those different type of producers on there. So I would just question. But then, you know, I started to pick up like, this is a Pharrell beat. Oh, this is you know what I'm saying? Oh,
By
this
yourself.
Yup.
Okay.
Like 8, 9 years old, like maybe even 7. Like I started like picking up like, oh, I know who made this beat. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just started gravitating towards like, yeah, I want to make beats. Like, and he had a friend. My uncle had a friend that made beats, so it was just like they was alright, but I'm like, man, I'm gonna get on there. I was butt at first, but I'm like, I can do this too. So like I was at an early age, you know, I was intrigued of making beats. You know, even my mom, you know, they play old school music. She'd play more reggae music and like hip hop. She's a little older than she's younger than my dad. She got more of the like 90s, late 80s. My dad would play some like Commodores. His favorite artist was Lionel Richie. So I get a lot of old school that way. You know, he was born in 1963, so even though they're 4 years apart, it was like different eras, and they grew up in different households, and he had older parents. So I got a little mixture of both in there. So it was just like, I just gravitated towards it, man.
So at what age would you say you made your first beat?
My first beat, that's a good question. I made my first beat, it had to be on that that MTV generator John. It was like some MTV game, like Generator 2 or something like that. My mom had got it, I think, or it was a demo. Then she bought it from me. But I think I was like 10. I want to say 10. I want to say like 10. But like that process was a little different because like I wasn't actually making a beat. I was just putting like 2 different beats together. Like they would have like a group of loops and you would just put like different, you know what I'm saying?
So at what point would you say you took it serious and you started to make your first real beat?
I would say in high school for real. It's funny because like I would pass out CDs in high school. I went to older dice, so like I would pass out. I sound old as hell. I would pass out beat CDs to my friends. My friends were like, "Yo, let me get a beat CD." And I remember like, you know, I would give some to like Mac or whatever. I went to school with Mac, so like he was a grade ahead of me, but he like, yo, let me hear some beats. So, you know, I wasn't that good though, but I'd be like, all right, bet. But nah, he was always good company. So I would say like high school, so I'd be like probably like 15. I started like, you know, people started looking at me like, oh, he makes beats and different things. So I say like 15, 14, something around there.
That's dope. So at what point did you get serious about making beats? Like fully lock in?
As soon as I got out of high school.
Okay.
As soon as I got out of high school, I was probably like 18. Yeah, I think I was like 18. And I'm like, I did like 1 year at college, and I was just like, nah.
Nah, I feel it.
And then I was like, you know, I'm already tapped in. Like, you know, I had once I say I got real serious once. I had gave a beat to my friend, and he from Hazelwood, And then he had passed like the message like, yo, my bro makes beats to Sledgerin.
Uh-huh.
So like one day my bro was like, yo, you trying to meet Sledge or something. So I went to his house and I made a beat off his computer and he like added to it. I'm like, okay, I must be, you know what I'm saying? He added to my beat, I must be decent. So after that, that was back in like 2000 and what, like 14, 13, something like that. So after that, I was just
Mhm.
like, yeah, I'm taking it seriously. And then I got my dad approval for real, for real. I was, I was scared to play on beat. It's your dad. At that age, it's like I don't know, he gonna take it seriously. And he's like, yeah, you're pretty dope. So I was like, bet. So like,
Yeah.
I just kept on it. And he
Nah, that's
invested
really
in me.
dope. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really dope when you can get the fam's approval. Usually on the independent artist journey and producer journey, you know what I'm saying? The fam is telling you go the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? They telling
Well,
you,
yeah, even my
go to
mom's been
school.
like that.
Nah,
What
that's
you
that's
said?
dope. I said they usually
No.
telling you go to school or you know what I
Oh
mean, go
yeah,
get a
yeah, yeah. My
job,
parents
go
was
do
like,
something
man,
else.
dude. So my parents was like, I just support. They still support me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yeah, man. That they play my music. They try to record every little snippet. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They still like, when's the next music? You know what I'm saying? They like, when's something dropping? Let me hear it. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah. Nah, that's really
so,
dope, man. As an artist, how do you feel like you found your sound?
uh, how did I get or just like find it eventually?
Yeah, like as a producer, how do
Um,
you feel like you found your sound?
I feel like it took some time for I would I would say not like I guess you say like recently. I would say like 2019 for real. I had my sound, but I take little pieces and I just I look up to so many other producers and I just like try to like mash it all in one and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I try and like I don't copy, so it's just like But then when I really started listening to my music, it's like okay, this is my sound. So I say like it took a minute. Like it didn't all just happen at once. Because when you're starting to produce or you want to make beats like this person, you make
Mm-hmm.
beats like this person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like 2018, yeah, 2018, yeah, that's when I got my sound for I feel like I started. And I got two sounds too. Like so I got my dance like house sound and I got my like smooth, wavy, like space sound. So like
Mm-hmm.
them two I kinda like really implemented in 2018. I found my sound. I feel like
So would you say there was a particular moment that you were like, yeah, I
uh
got it now?
um for my dance sound, I would say in 2018 I was just like, oh, this is working. And artists was liking it and I'm like, okay, this place. Oh this you know what I'm saying? One of my dance beat plays for like, rolling papers too and I'm like, oh okay. They mess with this different type of sound that I was experiment. I'm still experimenting, but I definitely trying to take that sound to another level as that being the right mindset. But yeah, that I say for the dance, that took off in 2018 when I got my first like major placement on Rolling Papers 2, and I like placed on there. And then I say like for my smooth style, I feel like 2021, 2020, I started hit really finding that sound of that smoothness, spacey sound
Mm-hmm.
in 2020.
Okay. Near
It took a
COVID
minute.
time.
Like it wasn't everything wasn't crazy. I mean, I still was making hard stuff, but like, everything wasn't like
It's a
crazy at
journey.
first.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta appreciate it. You went into certain seasons of your life and experienced certain areas of the music game that, made you into what you are right now. You wouldn't have been who you are right now without that experience behind you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and I will say, I feel like what helped me make my sound was kind of by like accident, but not. But like I got into the point where like I just made like melodies,
Mm.
you know, and I was just like sending them off, and I'm like, okay, this is starting to be a habit. I try to not do that, but like I stopped making like beats. Like people ask me
Mhm.
for beats, and I'm like, damn, I don't got no beats. I got these
Yeah,
old
I
beats.
got melodies for you.
Yeah, I started, yeah. So I was just like, I just started getting like real good at melodies, and then I
Mm,
not stopped making beats, but I wasn't attending to it as much as I should have,
for real.
which I am now. But like that's how I started. That's how I really got my sounds. I just started just focusing on straight melodies for real, and I like didn't want to, that's what I.
Hmm. What advice would you give somebody, knowing what you know now, focusing on all of the melody? What advice would you give somebody trying to perfect the melody right now?
Um, I would say, trying to perfect it. Work on it as much as you can, but don't overdo it. Um,
Finesse, baby.
Try to, you know, create something different. Like, don't listen to too much what's on the radio or what albums have dropped. Because I stopped doing that. Unless it's like an artist, like I gotta listen to.
Hmm.
Don't brainwash your brain into listening to all these other producers and the sound that you hear on the radio. Because you're just going to get washed into that sound,
Hmm.
and you're going to
But
sound like
you work
everybody
hard.
else.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I really don't listen to a lot of albums unless I'm on them, or I really like that's my favorite artist. I'm gonna check it out. But like
Mm.
I try, or it's a new up and coming and he got a different sound. I'm like, okay, I mess with it. But
I
like
fuck with
really
it.
just like clear out the noise and just like go into a bubble and just like experiment, like adventure and try new things. You don't want to just box yourself into just rap,
Hmm.
or just hip hop. Just experiment with different cultures. That's what I do.
100%. What does the average day look like for you?
Average day for me, well, I wake up, uh, stretch a little bit, get some push-ups in. Shoot, and then I hop on the computer. Sometimes I don't make a beat when I wake up. I listen to a couple, like I like sports. I clear my head out for a minute. I'll listen to some sports for a little bit, but then I'll tend to my music. I'll play some old beats I made from maybe like a month ago, or melodies I made 2 weeks or a week ago, or yesterday. I don't just go into making beats unless it's a sample I got samples, or it's, what I'm saying, I'm in that mood. But when I wake up, like I'll play some stuff I made already and just really get into the groove. Like, okay, but I might not even make that sound. You know what I'm saying? It all depends
Mhm.
what sound I click. You know what I'm saying? I hear on that pad, and then I'll just go with that beat. But after that, yeah, after I listen to some beats around like I say about 1 o'clock ish, I start making beats for I'll take a little break
Mhm.
and then go back into it. I'll make some melodies off machine, and then I'll make some, bounce those out and then make beats. My process is a little bit different. Yeah. That's what else helps my sound, I guess.
Let's dive into the process real quick, man. Break it down for us real quick.
All right, so like I got, I do machine. A lot of producers use that. I
Shout
use
out Native
machine.
Instruments.
Oh yeah, for sure. I gotta get some new sounds. But yeah, so like I do all my melodies off machine. Um, all the pads, all the piano keys I use. I try to manipulate the pianos and everything in there, and then I just reverse. I reverse a lot. So a lot of songs you hear is like maybe from a melody I made 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So I might reverse the sound and then add new sounds on top of that sound.
Hmm.
And then or I might reverse that, chop it up,
Finesse, baby.
hit it like a hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I might hip hop it real quick, and then add some more melodies on top. Not too much though, but like add a little piano, a little basically key or something like that, little instruments to it. Then after that, after I get the melody right on machine, and I bounce that out, and then I put it on to FL Studios, and then I put my drums and hi hats on there, and yeah, that's and then I might nah, I don't know. I just use like the drums on FL's Pro.
What's the extra step, man? Come on, give us the extra gem.
The extra gem. I feel like
No, I thought you was withholding some information of something that you.
nah, that's basically
Okay.
that's my process, bro. From I'll
Nah, I
reverse
got
an
you.
old melody, or I'll make a new melody and bounce it out, and then I'll do the drums on FL. I mainly do my melodies, or I don't mind collabing though. Like I mainly do my own melodies, and it's nothing like crazy. I be seeing all these like the crazy melodies be like, oh damn, these is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I look at my melodies, I be like, and I don't want to say regular, but like I'm like, nah, these are just my sound. Like all these, what I'm saying, some melodies just you sound like other melodies that are like real high. The melodies that be like.
So like, what's your starting BPM when you hop into a session and you like, I'm gonna create something new? What's your go-to tempo?
So I say go-to tempo. Damn, it depends what mood I am. Can I give you two?
Nah, just give me, you know what I'm saying?
Good
Good old trust.
I say 156. I like 156.
All right, give me two. Give me two. Give me the other one.
The other one, I say 100.
Okay.
Cause with 100 I can do my dance stuff, or I could do a lot of different things with 100 BPM.
So 156 is more like the trap tempo for the melodies.
Trap, my smooth stuff.
Okay.
Shoot, 180. I'm done.
Nah, I feel it.
But them is the three. Them is like 180, 156, and like 100.
Okay. Any books you're reading that changed your life?
Books that changed my life. Not recently. I'm trying to find something for real. Definitely.
Oh yeah. Definitely check out Still Like an Artist.
Okay.
And The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. Those two.
All right, bet. Send those for me. I definitely need something to clear the mind and really like reset sometimes.
Nah, that Rick Rubin book, man, the way I've been using it, some people, they read books all in one sitting, but the way that book was made and structured, I feel like it just gives me a burst of energy when I read it before like I'm going into a session. You know what I'm saying? Just like reminding me that like there are no limits. You know what I mean? Just like don't box yourself in. Just do what the fuck you want to do type shit. Definitely pick it up, bro. It's definitely worth every penny.
No, definitely shoot me. I'm gonna definitely remember, but shoot to me anything. In case you forgot, boom, shoot just that Rick Rubin.
I got you. I got you, bro.
I definitely need that reset sometimes, because when you making beats, you get frustrated. You're like, I can't get nothing today.
Nah,
someday it'd be like that though, because I have a lot of days where I'm like, man, I'm gonna make this beat. I gotta send off this pack to this or what I'm saying, I gotta make these beats for this person. Some days I go into that and then I just play my beats the whole day.
Yeah,
my beats are already made, and I don't make no beats.
Nah, but I mean, you're still making progress when you look at it. Like, you're making little tweaks and changes. Like you're mixing things. You know what I'm saying? You're making progress. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Different days you hear different things. So you may have heard Kendrick Lamar on one song, when you created it, but then next version you hear Wiz. So
and then I heard Baby Tron.
This right.
Nah, this is a recent comment I had with my brother. I was playing him like, hear Kendrick on this. It's a little different, but it got like a little piano. It's got like it's a little rap, but like it got like a bounce to it. But
Uh-huh.
then my brother was like, I can hear Baby Tron would kill this. I'm like, oh shit, Baby Tron. I don't even be listening to him, but I
You know
know
his
he's rap
sound.
on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I could
Uh-huh.
definitely hear him. Yeah, you're right. Right.
Nah, I feel it.
Definitely love the King.
What sacrifices do you feel like you made to get where you are right now?
Sacrifice. I lost a lot of friends. So
Oh,
like
that's a given.
through uh ups and downs of my life, dealing with music, I feel like, you go through a lot of like, damn, when is this time going to happen, or is this drop? You know what I'm saying? You go through all that, and kind of like just need some a lot of time to yourself, or something happens to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I I like to just like not share everybody out, but I just need some time. Sometimes it might be a month or two,
Mm-hmm.
and then I mean, yeah. So I would say like friends, for real. Definitely lost a lot of those. Not even like on some like never speak to again, but probably not even on that level as the same as we once was, as far as the ones I grew up with. So
Nah, I feel it,
definitely
man.
that. Yeah, that's the main thing for everything else. You know, yeah. Cause I wasn't going back to school. Or you know what? I wouldn't even say that because I might do it, but I heard you don't have to do it. So I would love to teach music at like a school like overseas or something like that. Like
Yeah, nah, that would be really dope. But you could do it
Cape
on
Town,
YouTube, bro. You know, fuck around and
where
start a burner account and just like don't show your face and don't have it anything to do with the brand. If you want to do it if you want to do it anonymously, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you could just teach people that way, you know?
yeah, that'd be dope. No, I'm definitely looking into something like that. Swear.
Well, whatever I could do to help, you let me know, bro. I'll definitely help you push it forward.
No, for
Um,
sure, for sure.
how has music changed your life forever?
Um, just the people I've met, and it's it's definitely have changed my life. Um, and I'm definitely very thankful, like just the experiences and like everything to take in. Like it's just so crazy sometimes. Like people come up to me, like even like recently, like I was at this like little market, like I don't know, some little event. It wasn't a little event, but it was like an event that I was
Mm.
invited to. And then like some dude, I was like, yeah, I make beats or whatever. And then some dude was like, I was like, yeah, I go by like Dreamer or something like. And he was like, oh, you're Chris Dreamer? Are you a legend in the buzz? I'm like, what? And I'm like, what you like in my mind, like, what are you talking about? So like things like that really like you don't get often. So definitely it'd be cool just to hear things like that, and then it make you realize like, damn, I really been putting in work, and people really like. And he was like, I've been following you for a minute, and da da da. I'm like, damn, I really got like fans.
And they didn't even know it was
Like,
you. That's the
swear,
dope
like
part, bro. That's the dope
I'm
part,
like, you
bro.
think I'm a legend? Like, I've heard that a couple of times. Like, really? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just getting started. In my brain, I'm like, man, I got so much to accomplish. I'm not even
Hmm.
at where I need to be. I ain't with no Grammys yet. And it's not about that, but I have a standard where before you can even call me that, I need to be at. But you know what I'm saying? But like, people are already like,
Well,
so
I
I
mean, I
think,
wouldn't look at it like, you know, there's a standard in order for you to be a legend. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
it's all in the eyes of the beholder. If people want to not give you your flowers of your accomplishments and the things that you've done, because whether you want to give it to yourself or not, bro, you got to realize you done made it farther than like I want to say 90% of most producers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like regardless of if you ever get a Grammy, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's subjective because even if you get a Grammy, that doesn't necessarily mean you have longevity in this game. You know what I'm
Swear,
saying?
you could just have
So
that one John and fade away.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that's important to you, then yeah, go get it. You know what I'm saying? You could do it for sure. But like me personally, bro, I don't think you should not call yourself a legend, bro. You know what I'm saying? You out here making big moves. You feel me? Give
I
yourself your
appreciate
flowers.
that, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
How do you deal with
definitely.
creative block or times that you get moments of doubt?
How do I deal with that? I would say I step away. I take a nap. I take a jog. I play my old beats. Not like old beats, but like I said before, like beats I made a month ago. I'll just jam out. Like,
I do
I'll
that
just
all
jam
the
out.
time, bro. I ain't gonna
Like,
lie, bro. Like I do that all the time. And you know what's crazy, bro? Like I just like was getting to that point to where I don't have beats picked out for the next, you know what I'm saying, next batch. So it's like I'm due for a session. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%, bro.
Definitely due for a session. That's mainly what I do. I do want to start playing video games again. I've taken a long hiatus from that.
Man,
It's
come jump
probably been
on
like,
Warzone, bro. Come on.
I swear, it's been like 10 years since I've been like locked into making. I said making video. I was about to say making, but playing video games. Like I used to love like Call of Duty, Street Fighter,
Yeah,
all that.
man.
Like Final
Hey,
Fantasy,
let me know,
all
bro.
that.
Me and my son will walk you through. You know what I'm saying?
Bet. No, I'm definitely
Roadmap.
hopping. No, give me some time. Definitely hopping back on. 'Cause I need that. I need that switch up. That
Mm-hmm.
that sit back and relax. Let
Yep.
me put on the game real quick. I gotta get it. I gotta get a system first. Oh look, that's how you know I'm that. I only got the system. I used
Hey
to
man,
I used to stay
you
with a
can't go
system.
wrong with PlayStation, bro. You
Oh
know.
yeah. I'm definitely PlayStation. I think they about to come out with a new
Yeah, they
one.
about to come out with a new joint. So you might want to hold off.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for
I
that
think
one for
Christmas
sure.
time they might be coming out with something different.
Little bundle. Yeah,
Yep, you
definitely.
already know. But what would you say is your biggest investment in music besides time?
My biggest investment.
It could be a piece of gear. It could maybe be like a splurge you done like when you felt like you made it. You know.
My biggest investment was an investment I didn't even make, bro. I didn't even get. It was this machine that my dad bought me.
Mm.
So like that really was like definitely I thank my dad on that because when he got it, I didn't know what it was.
Mm.
When he got it, he was like, "Yeah, I've been looking up." Like he was like, once I said I was gonna do music and he saw my music, he bought me this machine. He was like, "Yeah, I've been looking into it." He said it's like the newest thing. It's back in like 2013, 14,
Mm.
or 15. Yeah, something like that. Damn, I've had this for a long time. Same John. I had this for a minute, but
Is
like,
it a
yeah,
standalone? Which one do you have?
I have the machine with the pad. I think I got the one that you got. Real quick.
Okay.
Like,
Machine Plus?
might be. It's the three M machine three. It's the one that got like the two screens on it,
Mm.
and then they got the pad.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's the MK3. It's not
Yeah, I got
standalone
that.
though, right?
Nah. I
Yeah,
had
if it's not
upgraded that.
standalone, it's the MK3.
Yeah, I had upgraded. But yeah, I feel like that was the biggest. Like at first, I was like, I can't make no beats off this. Like the beats I was making out there was like different though. Like I'm like, I'm making some different type stuff off here, like melodies I was making. I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna stick with my FL, but then like, yeah, shout out to my dad for buying us. Like, definitely
See,
my
man, because
little.
like I got sponsored by Native Instruments. They had sent me the Machine Plus, and
Mm,
I don't know, bro. My workflow on FL, I just use it as a MIDI pad versus like creating in the standalone. And I know that will
mm,
change a lot of things as far as like decisions I make and just making beats from scratch if I learned it. But
yeah,
it's that unfamiliarity of like not knowing where everything is at that kind of just like makes me not really want to fuck with it too hard, bro. Like,
Nah, I feel you. That's how it's crazy because that's how I am with like machine. Like I feel like I just do melodies on it. I don't really make the beat, but when I do make a beat on there,
Mm-hmm.
it's dope. Like it's on some like what I'm saying, some drums that I can actually like you can hit the drums out. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's
I,
got
I
rhythm
like
with it.
that. Yeah, I just gotta really tap in. 'Cause I made some stuff like next time I'll definitely I'm gonna go with IG. I ain't going on IG live in like a long time. I'm gonna just like show a lot of people like I got some skills on there
All
for real.
right,
I be
bro. Shit, just send me the link. You know what I mean? When you go ahead and do that, bro, I'll pull up. 100%.
nah, nah,
What
seriously.
would be some advice that you would give your younger self when first starting to chase music?
Work harder.
Mm.
I
Why
feel
would you
like
say that?
I feel like I work hard, but now that I know you gotta work harder. That one hit or one song that you want, like, or whatever, not even that, but it's like, it don't come easy. I knew that coming up, but it's like, I should have put in 10 times as much, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was
Mm.
working, but was I working? Well, I was young though, but that's what I say to my younger self, like, double it up. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So that's what I give my younger self. And
Nah, I
study,
feel it.
study, study it more, you know. And because I like to do everything off top, I don't like to read nothing. I don't like to watch. Well, when I was, what I'm saying, coming up, like, I didn't like to watch nobody make a beat or nothing like that.
Mm.
I figured things out for myself, so I wasn't copying nobody's sound and nothing like that. So I was just like, you
Nah, I
know,
feel it. Everybody's got their own, you know what I mean,
I was a
methods.
hard headed way.
Yeah, yeah, no, for real, man. I know a couple people that just like their favorite artists are like dropping music and they don't want to
Mhm.
listen to it because like they don't want to emulate them. And I'm like, bro, like,
Nah.
like like
Nah.
it's kind of counterintuitive. Like if you derive off of that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if they inspire you, it's gonna help you push your shit forward. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what that's why, coming up, like, I know my music kind of resembles, like Wiz sometimes. But I mean, like, that's what I grew up listening to, you
Hmm.
know. Yeah, I'm around Sledge, I'm
So it
around
was
these
like
people.
a dream come true.
Yeah,
Him
so it's like,
actually listening to your shit, right?
yeah, so it's like, I'm like, man, like, this is my sound mixed
Hmm.
with that sound, and this that Pittsburgh sound, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep,
it's just like,
yep. Bro, the other day I had sent the beat out to Currency's team. I did a couple things for them, and
mm,
he played it on live, bro. And he was like freestyling while he was playing Grand
ooh,
Theft Auto, like
I know
over
that
my
felt
beat,
good.
bro. I was listening to Currency in high school, bro. It was just like when that happened, bro. I was just like, okay. And then he played it on the stream again, and then played it on the stream again, and I'm like, oh man. He ain't say he want the beat or anything yet, but
He
that
knows
moment
that
in its
sound.
own,
Like,
exactly, bro. That moment in itself, bro, is just
it
priceless to
gives
me.
you where it gives you like, yeah, like, why I'm not going to stop. Like, why am I
Hmm.
going to stop when I know them artists like that? Like, it's not but. Yeah, he would have just turned it off, but he's
Yep.
bumping to it.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
And it was one of
no,
the
okay,
moments too that like I had to shoot my shot. Like it had nothing to do with the music, what I was doing
hmm,
for them. You know what I'm saying? To where it was like,
yeah,
if I didn't just be like, yo, let me send you a beat too, that shit would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? Where
where
it's like you always got to shoot your shot, man.
that's
What would
what
you
I be
say is
doing.
your
I do that
favorite?
on.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go
Was
ahead.
just, now, I was just saying that's what I be doing, man. People don't know how I be getting my. Sometimes I get my emails. I be on Twitter, like, yeah, I'm trying to see some beats.
Bro, put us on, bro. Put the producers on, man. How you land
Look,
some placements?
look, look, I do it. I do it the old-fashioned way. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I get back. Sometimes I don't. I mean, like, I add them on Twitter, like, yo, I'm trying to see some beats. sometimes they drop the email right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They'll delete it. You know what I'm saying? But they drop it right there. Like that's how I got a couple of emails that like you wouldn't even thought like on a love. I ain't get a text
Who
from
would you
with them
say?
yet.
Who would
Huh?
you say? Who would you say is one example that you just like reached out, didn't think you'll get, and you got?
Um, that's a good one.
It don't gotta be
I
a
got
placement that you got.
placement that I got.
No, it doesn't have
Uh,
to be a placement that you got. That's what I'm saying.
that I reached out and they gave me the email.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's say having with Baby Tate. She gave me her email. I am Baby Tate or something like that. Yeah, I swear. She's like a rapper. I don't know if you heard of her. She's pretty dope.
Where's she based out of?
I think she's from Atlanta.
Okay.
She got a good following. She got like 500 followers. You know what I'm saying? I've peeped her music before. Like she definitely got a good following. Her name is like Baby Tate. I would say her. Who else? I would say think shoot Doughboy.
Mm.
Shoot. But yeah, I say Doughboy. This one girl from London, her name is it's like something crazy. I forgot, but like it was some random. I'm like, oh, she gave me her email. Like some girl from like the UK that I heard her song before. I'm like, let me just add her real quick. Boom. I'm gonna tell a couple. Who else? Who else did it? There was another person, but yeah, but she didn't give it to me her email yet, but she was like sending them beats. I'm still trying to get the email. Alex Vaughn.
Oh
She
yeah.
from DC. I think PG maybe. I don't know. She's a singer. She's pretty dope. But yeah,
Yeah,
I do it the old fashioned way. Sometimes IG don't be working. Sometimes because
I mean, it's too crowded, man.
yeah, because your message gonna go to request.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I know a lot of people don't check their request messages, so it'd be like, damn. So on Twitter, it's like, she might say yes, or he might say yes, or it might be, it might not. That's how I get my like, weird shit like that.
Nah, that's
so
dope.
yeah,
bro.
shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
I feel it.
Know.